Same day, Celdic. Alter. This is awful. How could they do this to such a lively town? The Grand Market seems to have taken the brunt of it too. The fact that this was the work of the provincial armies themselves is distressing to say the least. I can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. We should pay a visit to both the market manager and the 4th Armor Division too. Nein. Not Louise too. Excuse me, but how's she been holding up? She been given medical treatment? Her father Sybil's already tend to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong he can't be sure if she'll make it. Louise, please open your eyes, I'm begging you. You two seemed like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visit to the Weathercock whenever it was in town for work. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. Let's go, we need to see how things are elsewhere. Daddy's not here. Oh man, where did he go? Let me stay put too. Der Junge, mit dem sie immer gespielt haben. I was about to be hit by some falling rubble, but then, before I knew what was happening, Jack appeared and pushed me out of the way. It's all my fault. Well, what do I do if he never wakes up? I can't believe this, even Jack was caught up in all this. This is so terrible. I couldn't do anything for help. I feel so ashamed for myself. Don't be, you were up against professionals, and they had the elements of surprise on their side. She's right, I know you're upset, but you're not the one who blame here. And neither are you, choosers. Yes, I suppose you're right. If I have the time to blame myself for what happened, that's time I could be using to actually help people. Father Sybil, considerable medical knowledge helped to save those who were badly wounded in the assault. We're truly blessed to have him stationed here. But why did something this awful have to happen? They showed no mercy, not even to the children.
I hope Louise will be okay.
She wasn't the only familiar face either.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but...
Ist da hinten die Ding? Da ist die andere. Oh, hello. Someone managed to keep this place from burning down, but Louise was hit on the head by some falling debris during the attack and if it knows things would end up like this, I wouldn't force her to take the day off. Auf jeden Fall ist die Ding auch da. Und die 4th Armor Division da, alle beide. Oh nee. Please don't tell me. No. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. way. You're all from Thors, correct? He fell victim to one of the soldiers' attacks while evacuating the townsfolk, I'm afraid. Did everything in my power to save him, and yet... I see. We never even got a chance to repay him for helping us while we were here. How could this happen? The market manager always done everything he could to protect this town. But now he's went and gave his life for us. No one loves this town more than Otto. This just goes to prove that. Why did things end up like this? What were I even supposed to do? Those huge machines, they came and destroyed the Grand Market. I was so scared I don't ever want to see them again.
No!
This is just awful.
You all made it, I see. I've seen a lot during my times as a reporter, but this is the first time I've been left speechless. An atrocity like this can't be forgiven, nobly or not. There's no excuse for such carnage. It'd be fail us as people if we let something like this pass. I'll do whatever I can to make sure this doesn't get covered up. The soldiers tore the Grand Market asunder like it was nothing. They took away what was essentially our home. And yet here I am, unable to even work up the energy to be depressed. No. I took out a loan to procure the goods for my store. Why? Why did it come to this? The Jaegers took advantage of the chaos to set fire to as much of the town as possible. We tried to put it out as fast as we could, but... Our house was set on fire during the attack. We managed to escape safely, but... Where will we go now? My house was burned down. There's nothing left of it. Those big robots came crashing into town out of nowhere. Then they just started destroying everything and anything. The market manager told me to run, so I did. But then he... We're in the midst of assessing the situation. Please take any questions to Lieutenant General Craig. Oh, I see you all arrived. Lieutenant General Craig, Major Neidhart. I see the army here is as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted? That's right, we came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is as suspected. This was done by none other than the Croatian provincial army's soldiers. That's absurd. For what reason? So it seems I have no issue with razing the very lands they're meant to protect. This can't be real. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragon Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks too. Duke Alberet has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind the attack on Ymir too. That explains things. Razing towns like this is one of their specialties. And if they had soldiers supporting them too, this couldn't have ended on any other way. We arrived on the scene as fast as we could and managed to fight them off while evacuating the townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards Beriahead and formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk really accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragon Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for what sets as an example to others. It reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that. The fears this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seem to be a testament to this worth. Thanks to the soldiers, it's safe to say they succeed in their aim. Even we of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them, especially since we couldn't prevent the fertility. To think that one fertility would be the market manager of all people. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defense here while preparing for countermeasures against Barrier. I advise that you kept your distance from Celdic for a while. To engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no more minor conflict, it's an all-out war, never forget that. Ich wusste, das Spiel wird irgendwann wahrscheinlich schlimm werden, aber wow, von 0 auf 100 innerhalb von einem Tag. We've got a decent grasp on the situation in Celdic now. Should we head back? Rean. Where's my family? They're all safe, right? Becky, Hugo. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expected me, is it about knowing what happened to time at home? My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Your family's alright, we saw them at the church. I can't say the same for the market manager, though. Oh no, you're having a love, huh? Wait. I've got it, Rean. I'll make sure she returns to the courageous. Thanks. Well, make our way back first then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from here. Indeed. After leaving Celdic in the Imperial Army's hand, they all went back to the courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Celdic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
I think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways. Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious!
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace.
How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right!
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class VII I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Celdic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there.
The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Thank you, Your Highness.
All right, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Albarea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
Huh? Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No, put the call up on the screen.
Rufus.
It's a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother. And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus?
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Does this concern Celdic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Celdic was instigated by Duke Albarea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreutzen provincial army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Aurochs Fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him. And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you. Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's Board of Directors.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Albarea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Aurochs Fort and apprehend Duke Albarea myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
Huh. With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Duke Albarea. Duke Albarea's action against Celdic were believed to be in violation of a number of Imperial laws. In this effect, Justification Class 7 choose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armor Division and RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. First, the 4th Armor Division would attack Barayhat's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call their reinforcements from Oroc's force. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the Gragas with relative limited oppositions. And once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Alborea effectively complete the mission. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valimar's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. Alter. Ey, dieser elende Bastard. Vor allem gerade Celdic, ne? Ja, wobei, man muss dazu sagen, die anderen Emir, Scheiße, wie heißt das andere? Der Lorraeans, Ruhr und alles mögliche sind halt alles wichtige Städte. Und der Celdic ist das einzige, wo in der Mitte liegt, wo eigentlich keiner interessiert, weil es eine Marktstadt ist. Time came for the operation to begin. Alter, es macht mich immer noch sprachlos, weißt du? Ich meine, dass dieser wie verreckt ist. War jetzt so ein Ding der Möglichkeit, wo man sich denkt, ja, passiert bestimmt. Ich meine, das sind unsere Feinde. Aber das mit Celdic und so, alter Schwede. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. We can't let choosers down. And this is our chance to avenge Otto's death too. I appreciate it. Just try and focus your thoughts on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. We'll be right there with you. Sounds like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. This will be our first chance to test Valimar's newly fortified weapon too. How it turned out? Greatly actually, and like Laura said, today's operation makes us a perfect chance to test it out in battle. I hope so. It'll be a good way to iron out the kings anyway. The more data I have, the better off we'll be when it comes to make the touchy. 4th Armor Division and the Railway Believers are almost ready to make the move. Let me know as soon as you're ready, the sooner the better. I'm coming with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-rank Jägers alone. That's no reason to let your guard down though. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. Increase to 7. Laura, zack, zack. Und die Vieh. Oder soll ich Magias mitnehmen? Nee. Captain's Chair, Complete Operation. Was macht die zwei in der Kitchen? Das ist die Kitchen, das ist die Bibliothek. Da hocken die zwei drin. Da ist die Kitchen. Ach, mit der Dings da. Duke Alborea's son cannot be forgiven. A man in his position should rule his land fairly and benevolently, not burn them to ash. My father asked me to help the people of the East. So, on my honor as a noble, I will make him answer for his crimes. Go get him, Laura. I can't believe Duke Alborea. He's almost too pitiful to hate at this point. Can't even begin to imagine what this is doing to choose his Rean. That's why we need to help him bring this to an end. There's no other way. Ja, er war ja auch der erste von diesen Arschgeigen, der wo dann den Market auch unter diesen Ding gesetzt hat, ne? As a member of House Alborea, I have a duty to stop my father from sullying our name with any more of his foolishness. Only then will the people of Kreuzen and Celtic in particular be able to truly say that justice has been done. While that may be true, you needed to feel as though you have to do it all alone. Never forget that we're all here to help you. Thank you, Your Highness. I cannot say what my brother has in mind, but I know what I want to do and I fully intend to seeing it through. And I'll do it with the rest of Class 7 by my side. And be with you all the way. Aber jetzt mal ernsthaft, mir kommt es langsam ein bisschen so vor. Ja, wobei, die sind ja im Westen kämpfen, die ohne Ende, ne? Bridge. Nein, warte, ich muss noch woanders hin. Shops. Shop. Buy. Oh. Exchange. Und... Hä? Santa Maria. Achso, Nummer, bla bla bla. Shop, buy. Haben wir Marcus jetzt dabei? Ne, haben wir nicht. Sie ist nicht mehr da. Ne, das ist die falsche Seite. Passt schon. What happened? The Celdic and the Grand Market was bad enough, but even lost Otto on top of that. White things have their consequences. Said, but that's the reality of war, Becky. Celdic's not the only place to have consequences. Doesn't excuse it, obviously, but a truly great merchant would be looking for ways to overcome to help everyone. I'm still trying to proceed out of this here, but I guess you're right. Better off trying to get things sorted rather than mobbing around, aren't we? Okay. Habe ich die Zeit noch, das zu machen? Ich habe nur eine halbe Stunde noch. Ja, dann dauert es halt ein bisschen länger. Scheiß drauf. Chooses, du fliegst raus. Du das Ersatz spielen. Tactics. Vieh kann da bleiben. Chooses geht auf die Seite. So. Okay. Da haben die alle. We've got some tough opponents this time. The Cross provincial army is enough trouble as it is, but we might run into the northern Jaegers too. True, at least we'll have the Captain Claire and the Force Armor Division support, but we still need to be careful. Maybe so, but no one's going to defeat us, noble, Jaeger or otherwise. This operation will be a success, it must be. You're right, we can afford to fail and we won't. Right. It's the last we can do after all the people of Celdic have done for us. So, Brücke. Hä, wie steht denn damit? Ach, die Sarah steht außen. Something wrong, Instructor? Oh, it's you, sorry, just lost in thought. Just crossed my mind that we're probably gonna run into the northern Jaegers at Aurochs Fort too. Can't afford to get complaced just because of the army is giving us a nice division. We'll need to be very careful. Keep that in mind as we making the preparations. It's not just a provincial army, we have to account for this time. Thanks for letting me know. I always know that we were in the middle of a real war, but until now I didn't understand what kind of pain and sacrifice it truly entailed. Same here, part of me is still trying to convince myself that something so just unjust could really have happened. Done is done, we can't turn back time, but we can and will stop the Duke from doing anything like that ever again. We'll make it sure for that. Ein Entschuldiger Drive. Gaius steht mit unten, glotzt die eine an. You guys ready to go? The equipment is in perfect order. Commence operation.
Everyone, commence final preparations. Depart for the agreed location. Once there, we're on standby until the assault begins.
Yes, ma'am.
Departing for the agreed location. We'll keep watch for any threats from the ground.
Course to the Krotzen province secured. Courageous, full speed ahead.
Go, go, go!
Die Minta ist ein bisschen zu happy, aber die muss ja da auch nicht runter. Jetzt bin ich gespannt, was wir noch zu sehen kriegen. Die Angriffe von den anderen Zweien oder ist es dann einfach rum, wenn wir ankommen? What could that be? That sounds like... Das Schlimme ist ja, dass die hier keine Ausweichmöglichkeit haben, diese dämlichen Viecher. Ist das eine Force Armor Division? is Crackle red. Adventure is ours. Our pride as Imperial soldiers is a time to blast those walking chunks of metal to pieces. Yes, sir. Units 2 and 3 advance. Back up Unit 1 while dealing with the enemies that approach from both flanks. Yes, sir. Blast, I can't believe they advanced this far. Apparently they are eager to meet the same fates that Celdic did. Well, if that's the case, let's give them what they want. Yes, sir. Come in, come in. This barrier had southern entrance, do you read me? What is it? We're a little busy at the moment. We're under attack from the South Croatian Highway as the RMP. Come again? Impudent little. No matter how's your chance to put these dogs down for good. Focus all fireball on the legs to the impede their movements. Keep it up while making a gradual retreat. We'll need to force them to call for reinforcements. Yes, ma'am. The battle on the north side of the city should have begun by now. The rest is in your hands, Class 7. What in the world? Did a battle break out close by or something? What Duke Alberea is doing? Only Lord Lufus were here. Müssten wir denn jetzt eigentlich auch langsam aber sicher mal Soldateinheiten bekommen? Wobei, das ist ja schon seit ein paar Tagen übernommen, ne? Na, Ruhe.
They attacked the city from both sides? Those shameless fiends! Is there still no response from the Pantagruel?
I'm afraid not, Your Grace. We've been trying repeatedly, but we've yet to gain contact. The same remains true for Lord Rufus's personal ship as well.
That damn son of mine. Surely he isn't planning on casting me aside? I thought Eustace was the only useless son I had, but I see I was mistaken. Regardless, we must make the best of what we have and repel those intruders. See that my will is done!
Yes, Your Grace!
Scarlet. Oh fuck! McBurn und die andere Spacko-Tussi.
There's a sad sight. Man, if I'd known things were gonna pan out to be such a mess here, I would have gone to where the 4th Division is.
Remember, we're not to even think of trying to fight in any of this war's major battles. We belong in the shadows, and as such, that is where we shall remain. Leave the battles that will be recorded in history's pages to others.
You're too uptight for someone whose only job now is to sit and do a whole lot of nothing. Hell, didn't you just get back from Crossbell? If we're just gonna be sitting around anyway, you might as well relax.
Well, I can't deny I have as little interest as you in being here. But interest or no, this is work! Work!
Looks like I'm not the only one who doesn't want to be here. And then again, it takes a special kind of person to want to help someone who has no problem burning his own territory to the ground. Still, as someone whose own life is about to burn out, perhaps this is where I belong. May I manage one last moment of beauty before my flame burns out completely.
Was that?
Crimson Wings?
This is Alphen Rysay Arner, speaking from on board the Courageous. We have come to arrest Duke Albarea on suspicion of ordering the destruction and razing of Celdic. Please surrender peacefully.
Your Highness. Ah! So the attacks on Berea were merely a diversion? No matter. Shoot them down! Back off! The Hessian Knight? Too late! Impossible!
Thanks for clearing a path, Rean.
Wow, reinforcing it with Zemurian ore really did make a huge difference.
Their defenses are weak. Now's our chance to rush inside.
Right!
Don't get ahead of yourselves now.
That sounds like...
A new soldat?
Kestrel, high-speed soldat. Oh shit.
Hello, beautiful children of Class 7. It looks like our time to fight has come once again.
Scarlet? Scarlet, is that you?
Not a fan of you suddenly showing up. Oh well. I still owe you for managing to escape from us back at Gorelia Fortress.
I suppose so. But for what it's worth, I just don't care. I don't care about our past encounters. I don't care about the Noble Alliance, and I don't care about what happens to this country.
Huh?
What do you mean?
I have no reason to want to cling to life. See punish the man who stole everything from me just to put a railway through my homeland by putting a bullet in his heart. That was all I lived for. And now it's done. Right now I'm nothing but a walking corpse searching for a place to die. That's why I've come to see you, Ashen Prince. You're the perfect opponent for me to fall in battle against.
She's just like V was.
It looks like she's lost interest in living as well.
What a spoiled child.
Still, you're all welcome to join me if you want. This Kestrel Soldat was designed for pure speed, and I'm going to be pushing it past its limits and flying it straight to hell where V and G await. But there's always room for more passengers on the trip. I'll give you the full story if you decide to join us. Sound fair? And if you choose not to join, well, that way has its own charms, I suppose.
If it's a fight you want, I can grant you that much. But I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I won't let anyone else so easily choose to die.
If you think you can stop me, go right ahead and try, Ashen Awakener.
This'll be a tough one. Be careful.
7. Mehr geht eigentlich. Körperritter? Okay, da weicht sie aus. Dachte ich mir fast.
Too bad.
So, die Alicia tauschen wir mal aus gegen Sonic Blade, Sonic Burst.
Sorry, what do you want?
X-Art. Speed. Ja, dachte ich mir fast.
Okay.
Gale Ride. Attacks on Blade of Wind's element. Und die setzt auch schon gar nichts ein, ne?
Let's go!
Beim was?
Okay. Let me. Okay.
Ah, scheiße, es ist der Körper. Okay, es ist immer noch der Kopf.
Okay. Let me.
Let's go!
My turn.
Das brauchen wir eigentlich gar nicht machen, ne? Können wir eigentlich wechseln.
Good luck.
Understood.
Hä? Haben die ihren Stance geändert? Ja, hier ist es aber auf jeden Fall wieder der Kopf. Warum? Ändert die ihr Muster ständig?
This is bad. It's working.
Leave this to me.
Keep it up.
Heavy Slash.
Fall! Let's go!
My turn. Take.
Okay, das ist ein anderer Stance. Oh, nervst du hart, Alter, weißt du das? Dark Fencer. Das war's schon. Immer noch der Kopf. Ach, scheiße. Leck mich doch.
Onward. Leave this to me.
Let's go! My sword will cleave open the...
That's it. Just a little more.
Hey, warum durfte ich nochmal?
My turn.
Stärke 25. Der countert ja dann alles in dem Move.
You're not out yet. Keep going.
Alter.
Let's go!
This is nothing.
Oh, scheiße.
Take.
Is that on? Is that on?
Warum kommt denn immer vor mir dran? Shit.
Go forth, Rean.
Leave it to me!
Go! Dragon Blade!
This can't be happening.
That was a tough one.
He did it.
Nice work, Rean.
I can see why you were C's classmate. You fought just as wonderfully as he does in his Azure Light. Now I can go with no regrets.
This is bad. Watch out, Rean! Pushing her soldat for that kind of speed put a huge strain on its orbital engine. At this rate, the same thing that happened with V's gonna happen here too.
I won't let that happen.
I'm not going to stand back and allow anyone else to die. Not if I have the power to stop it. We're doing this, Valimar!
Acknowledged.
What?
Rean!
There really is no end to your recklessness.
Is that our soldat's cockpit?
Yeah, looks like I managed to separate it in time. I want to check to see if she's alright in there just in case, though.
You put on a good show, Rean. All right, everyone. We're going in.
Right. We've got to hurry while Claire and the others are keeping the soldiers here occupied. We'll check if everything is clear inside. Follow when you can.
I will. Take care, everyone.
Our objective is to infiltrate the fortress and apprehend my father, Duke Albarea. Remain on guard at all times.
Let's hurry. Class 7 Group A, advance into the fortress.
Alter, der Rean hat einfach mal erst am Anfang zack durch, 3 Soldats durch, alle weg, Alter. Und dann jetzt hier einfach mal 2 geteilt. Bam.
How is she, Valimar?
I detect vital readings from inside. Her life appears to be in no danger.
Schaut doch ein bisschen klein aus.
This should do it. Are you okay?
Why did you have to? I was so close. So close to being reunited with them.
Sorry, but I wasn't about to let that happen. I can't pretend to know everything about the life that you've led. But based on what I do know, I don't believe it's okay for that life to come to an end like this. Accept justice for what you've done, and then find a way to atone for your crimes.
You really are soft.
Looks like she passed out. Still, I'm glad I made it in time.
Same here.
It's Ordine!
How long have you been there?
Oh, how cute. Did you come because you were all worried about your friend?
You got me. Still, I wasn't expecting you to try a bet with stakes quite that high. Did you even stop to think for 1 second about what would happen if you got caught in that explosion?
I wasn't thinking at all, to be honest. Still, if I can't win a bet like that, what chance do I have of winning against you? Right, Crow?
Fair enough. Well, thanks. Oh, and reinforcing your weapon with Zemirian ores, not a bad idea. Just know that you're gonna need to do more than reinforce some old sword to match up to Ordine. So, you know, keep working your way through those trials. Oh, and that was some fine work you did making it, George. Can't wait to see what the final product looks like.
I think you'll like what you see.
As for the two of you, Toa and Angelica, looks like you've really gotten the hang of flying that thing. I don't think there are many students out there who can learn to handle a cutting-edge cruiser in a couple of weeks. You two are nuts.
It was nothing. We can't afford to take forever getting used to a ship when we've got a troublemaker like you to bring home.
Just you wait. You'll be coming back to us. I promise you that. And I hope you're ready to be on cleaning duty until graduation as a penalty for worrying us so much.
If you think you can do it, go right ahead. You still got a long way to go before you can defeat me. But I ain't gonna complain if you actually pull it off.
Okay, time to get back to work. Your classmates must be waiting inside for you by now. You should go after them.
We'll get Valimar back on board the Courageous and keep watch here. You can count on that.
Good luck!
Thanks. We'll be back soon.
Ja, das könnte trotzdem ein Problem werden, wenn da die zwei Spackos drin hocken. Ich meine, die eine, die schlagen mir alleine weg, aber der McBurn? Das schaut aus wie eine riesige Duellarena.
Stop right there!
Ah. Hey, boys.
If it isn't the Northern Jaegers. Step aside. Our business is with Duke Albarea, not with you.
Afraid that's not gonna happen. We have orders to take you into our custody, Eustace Albarea.
And for our homeland of Northumbria, we intend to do just that.
Some things just don't change.
Sarah Valentine? I wasn't expecting to find you accompanying our target. I was aware that you'd made quite a name for yourself as a bracer by the name of Purple Lightning.
But I see the rumors about you becoming a teacher at that academy were also true.
Sarah.
Do you know them, instructor?
Yeah, afraid so. We go quite a ways back. I don't intend to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. There's no doubting that the money you raise is vital to the people back home. But right now, being an instructor to these kids comes first. And Erebonia, not Northumbria, is my home now. So I don't care who it saves. I'll show no mercy to anyone who dares to burn my home to the ground. I'll make damn sure you can never do anything like that ever again. So let's go. I'll take all of you on.
She might be tough, but do you honestly think you can fight us by yourself?
You don't have to fight alone. You can't fight a high-ranking corps like that by yourself.
I won't allow it. We'll help.
Nuh-uh. I want you all to stand back and leave this to me. It's time for me to settle what I failed to do 6 years ago.
Why are you so set on doing this?
Very well.
It's time to make you regret turning your back on your homeland and leaving us.
Let me show you why I'm called the Purple Lightning. Off we go!
Sarah can now use Northern Limits.
Leave it to me!
Nicht, dass ich jetzt das auch sowieso gleich benutzen würde.
Time to try for once. Northern Limit! That's that.
Impossible! Warte mal, es haben welche überlebt. Was soll der Scheiß jetzt?
Oh, please!
Warte mal, können die gar nicht treffen? Treffen aber auch irgendwie nicht.
Okay!
Ah, jetzt. Thunder Vortex.
I'm gonna slice you up! My turn!
Summoning War X?
Curse you!
My turn!
Curse you!
Okay, we're burning daylight!
Heilige Scheiße, jetzt kriegt er einfach mal 14.000 Erfahrungspunkte.
What's going on?
How did you withstand all of that completely alone? Unbelievable.
It looks like you've grown even stronger since your days in the Corps.
Well, is that all you got? Go on! Fight me! I can take it! So try your luck as long as you want!
You're serious?
Sarah, it's okay. Instructor.
Nah, I've had enough. I see no point in wasting any more time fighting with a wounded lioness.
This battle's dragged on long enough. I think this is time to walk away.
Our contract with the Kreutzen province is hereby complete.
Are you allowed to simply abandon your contracts like that?
We've worked enough for the money we've been paid. We're not in the business of doing unpaid overtime.
Farewell, Valestein.
We may meet again, but it won't be during this war.
I sure hope not.
We're withdrawing. Disperse and make your way to the agreed location.
Yeah!
That could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Indeed, and it was all thanks to the complete and utter lack of sanity of our loving instructor.
Where do they get off calling me a wounded lioness anyway? I'll show them a lioness, the bastards. Still, I really wish you guys hadn't seen me that way. Didn't want you to know my background either, but not much I can do about that now, huh?
So you were just like Fee?
Yep. Once upon a time, I was a Jaeger too. A member of the Northern Jaegers, to be exact. That was 6 years ago, before I became a bracer. During my time there, I ended up being saved by Colonel Beatrix. That was what led me to break out of the group.
I knew about it already, but it wasn't my place to talk about it.
I got all that from the ID ages ago, of course.
I guess you have your fair share of burdens to shoulder like the rest of us.
All this was a long, long time ago.
Are you all right?
You've contributed more than enough already. Leave the rest to us.
Okay. Maybe I went a little overboard in that fight. But you know what? It paid off. You won't need to worry about Jaegers on your way to the Duke now. He should still be somewhere in here. Find him, and do what we came to do.
Understood. And you stay right here and rest. We'll be back before you know it.
Let's go and find my father.
Huh. Okay, das habe ich jetzt nicht erwartet, dass sie mal zu den Jägern gehört hat. Ich dachte einfach bloß, wenn sie gegen Jäger kämpft, wird sie irgendwie wild oder so. Gut, ist jetzt auch One, aber... Left. Speichern. Aber Alter, was ist mit den anderen zwei oben? Thinking maybe another just a little. Studies, bla bla bla. The rest of you guys come back safe and you bet. Ich meine, resten brauche ich eigentlich nicht, aber egal. Und nein, Uses, du fliegst wieder aus der Party. Warte mal, ich muss... Okay, an der Stelle bedanke ich mich bei euch fürs Zuschauen, weil ich glaube, das wird noch ein bisschen länger dauern. Rest mache ich dann morgen Abend. Also, danke fürs Zuschauen, macht's gut, bis zum nächsten Mal. Und Alter, das Spiel geht halt von Mal zu Mal mehr ab, ey. Ich weiß auf jeden Fall, warum sie gesagt haben, dass... also die Taktik ist schon wieder voll im Arsch. Dass gerade im zweiten Teil es halt richtig abgeht. Galactic Cannon, Crystal Saber. Science werden wir dann auch noch kriegen, denke ich mal. Wobei, er ist noch nicht auf 90, ne? Vielleicht kriegt das auch auf 90 wie ein paar andere. Warum hat sie ihren zweiten noch nie? Was soll der Scheiß? Also, danke fürs Zuschauen, macht's gut. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Servus.